Here's how you find slope on a graph. We're going to use what's called rise over run. So we need to find 2 points that we can see clearly, and we're going to see how much is the rise and how much is the run, and that will make a fraction, a ratio of those two distances. So I usually go left to right, and I suggest that you do too. So pick a point that's somewhat on the left that has a point on the right of it. So like if I pick this point over here, that would work, and then this point would be to the right of it. I could use those two, I could use this one and this one. It doesn't really matter as long as you have 2 points to work with. I'm going to start with this point over here. And I'm going to go all the way to this point over here. Again, it can be any 2 points on the line to find the slope. So the rise is the distance in this case that it's going up. And I always do the rise first. So we're going to rise up that much and then run over this much, and that will be how we find this slope. So the rise is the distance up and the run is the distance to the right. So in this case, the rise would be, if you just count these boxes, 1, 2, 3, 4 boxes up, so that would be our rise. And then our run is just, again, count the boxes here, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So 4 and 10. So for rise over run, it is the rise over the run. And we could definitely simplify this down to just 2 out of 5. And you would see where this 2 out of 5 come in if you picked dots that were closer together. For example, if I pick the dot here and the dot here, you'll see a rise of 2 and a run of 5, which happens between those 2 dots, which is why, again, it doesn't matter which 2 dots you use to find the slope on a graph. So 2/5 it will be the slope, or we could call that, if you want to make it a decimal, we'll just divide it and get 0.4 or 4/10. Another example here. So this line is going down. The previous line from left to right, if you draw a little person, let's draw a little person example. So my little person here from the left side would be climbing up from left to right. So that is a positive slope. Whereas in the next one, this person is sliding down. Whee! Sliding down there would be a negative slope. So for our number here that we're going to find, we've got to make sure it's a negative number. And again, we're going to pick just 2 points to work with. Any 2 points are fine. I'm going to pick this one and this one. So the rise in this case is going to be going down 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 5 boxes down. Let me just double check that here. I'm going to zoom in a little. So 1 box, 2 boxes, 3 boxes, 4 boxes, 5. So that's down 5. Because I'm going down this time, we're going to call this a -5 for the rise. And then for the run, it's just going over to the right 1. So then for our slope, it's simply that rise over the run. So rise over run. So it's the -5 over the +1. And of course, we can simplify this. -5 divided by 1 is just -5. And it makes sense that our slope is a negative number because we said, as we said before, the person would be sliding down. So this is a decreasing line with a negative slope. So -5 would be the slope for that one. And that's it. That's how you find slope from a graph. Just do the rise over run ratio. Do the rise first, divided by the run on the bottom.